If you're a foreign trained dentist who got invite from University of Tufts and you're preparing for the interview, well, this is the right video for you. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Adriel William, and I've been working with Caapid candidates as a coach over the past 4 to 5 years. I've worked with University of Tufts candidate back in 2020, actually in 2019 when I got accepted to school. The first candidate who reached out to me was a female who was applying to Tufts back then with the 8 years of gap, and I worked with her during her interview and she got accepted. She wrote me a testimonial. I'll put it somewhere at the end of the video. But today, what my plan is to share with you what in the past year University of Tufts has been asking, what things you can do that can help you prepare better. So first of all, that what you need to know that University of Tufts is in Boston, and one of the things I have observed over time is that they give favor, or they try to invite more people who are close to Boston area, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, overall who live in Boston or stayed in Boston or kind of like in the region. But it doesn't mean I haven't seen people getting accepted in Tufts from California. I have some candidates that who even got accepted to Tufts, but they were living in California, and I did an interview with that person too. So, what I would tell, but there's a large number of people from that region. And now, if I have to break it down into three parts, I would break it down into first the Kira talent assessment. So the Kira talent assessment that they started last year is kind of similar to NYU or San Antonio, kind of similar, but their questions are more based over ethical questions. They would ask you about something of a conflict that happened, uh, and regarding some issues at work, somebody not doing their work, and they can ask you what's your long term plan in life, what are the challenges you have faced. I did a 3 hour session for Kira prep for tough yesterday. I have recorded session. If somebody wants to buy, they can with the questions as well. But that's the first part. The second part that they make you do is a clinical assessment part. Over the past couple of years, they had about 6 questions. They give the candidate. They ask them revolving around restorative materials, steps in fillings. So those are some areas you can prepare on. And on top of that, then the third part, which is very, very, very important, where they call you in for an interview at University of Tufts. Number one thing I tell people is make sure you go early to the city, get some good rest, make sure you catch some sleep because it matters a lot. And the next thing you want to remember is that the biggest factor in this whole interview and the decision making is Dr. Perry. Dr. Perry is the program director. There's a interview of his on YouTube as well. He was a private practitioner and part-time working in the school as well as a program director. And one of the things I've talked to people who studied there, who gave interview, they told Dr. Perry is a very smart person. He's very smart with his emotional intelligence. He likes to see people's confidence. He will put people to a test. Like one of the person I knew, she said she went for an interview and Dr. Perry just walked past her and said, "Hey, happy birthday! Your birthday was last week." And that person got amazed. That's the kind of person he is. He would Google you, he would know about you, he would ask you something, "Hey, tell me something that you have not mentioned in your personal statement." He will say something to surprise you to see how you would deal. And few of the people who got accepted last year, they said when they go to the University of Tufts, one of the first things they do is they make you introduce yourself in a group in front of Dr. Perry, and Dr. Perry is looking at you, observing you, and usually people who say something unique about themselves or their experience and not acting desperate are the ones that make the most impact. And Dr. Perry is looking at you, how you introduce yourself. One of the things he looks upon, and I could be wrong, that people told me he doesn't like candidates who try to act smart or over smart. Like he wants to make sure you're a good student who will follow the rule, who will not try to come and teach other people. So those are a couple of things that people have told me. Then after Dr. Perry interview, there's an interview with the faculty where they will ask you simple questions like personality, tell me about yourself, your strength, why you want to come to Tufts, what's your long-term plan, uh, ethical question, just like any other dental school. So if you're preparing, the key thing I'll tell you, there's a Kira preparation. If you want to reach out, you can buy the preparation video from me. But except for that, I've written down, like on my YouTube video, there's a channel, there are ethical videos. You can watch that. But on top of that, when it comes to Dr. Perry's interview, that's something you must be well prepared, because one of the things I've observed, when people go in person for interview, they go in and they see 7, 8 other candidates, and everybody's like very stressed out and trying to impress and like trying to look very sharp. And what happens to candidate is they tend to get affected by that situation, because other people are stressed out, they get stressed out too, and they try to mimic them or compete them or one up them. And that's one of the biggest mistake you do. What I used to do back in the days, if I have an interview, a bench exam or ADEX exam, I would put my headphone on and I would just zone out. I would literally not care for the first 1 hour or half an hour until I go into the building, because I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to catch their energy. I want to be in my own zone, because I know when I'm in my zone, I'm much more confident. And one of the key thing when I prepare people for the one-on-one session, I try to tell them that you have to find something very unique in yourself, and you have to lay down your anchor in it. Like whatever you find is unique about yourself, stay confident about it. And then when you're even trying to sell yourself or talk about that, stick to your story. If somebody else is talking about research, doesn't mean that now you have to talk about research too. And that's something you should be well prepared and be in your own zone. Have a story about yourself and be in your own zone and be comfortable. The last thing, the most important thing I'll tell you, the people I work with, I tell them that by the end of the day, whether you get accepted or not, it's up to heaven to decide. You're not the one who's going to make the decision. All you're going to do is walk into that interview and enjoy the conversation and make the other person enjoy it too. You want to have some fun. You want to give yourself an opportunity to talk about yourself in a way that even after 10 days, you'll say, oh, I enjoyed that. You don't want to be shivering and you don't want to be stressed out. And the key thing is, make notes about yourself, prepare your story, practice it, especially. And then make sure you have good sleep before you go in for an interview. University of Tufts is a comparatively good school. It gets a large number of patients. Boston City is academic hub. There's Harvard, there's Tufts, there's Boston. They have a lot of diversity. They have good faculty. It's a very strong program where they integrate you with the local student. They have strong preclinical didactic program as well. And I hope you can incorporate these things when they ask you why University of Tufts. But do remember, the main decision maker is Dr. Perry, who's comparatively not a typical academic. He's somebody who's street smart too, because he ran private practice for more than 30 years as well. So I hope this video helps you. Do hit the like button, do subscribe to the channel. That really helps a lot. Like even if you take a second or two to write something in the comment, that really means a lot to me. And if you need more help for one-on-one session, you can reach out to me. I'm trying to build a comprehensive preparation for candidates where I can prepare them for Kiras, where I can create a complete package for them, where they can have a Kira talent assessment and they can have one-on-one assessment. They can have Casper preparation as well. So I'm working on it. Hopefully I'll update you about that in future, and all the best.